Good morning, Denise Dryden here. Pouring outside again, so I've rigged up something so I can sit inside and do this with you. Today I want to talk about herding cats. It's my favorite term, and I've seen tons of posts on Facebook, cowboys herding cats, blah, blah, blah. And it just makes me smile because herding cats is a challenge, right? And last week I spoke about what does it really mean to be multidimensional. And so if you haven't seen that, go back and look at it and check it out. And, what does it look like to see and operate in a world with different aspects, dimensions, experiences? What is it like when you're in a world that's multifaceted, right? So this kind of concept of multidimensionality means that there's things all over the place that are talking to you at the same time. The week before that, I spoke about the power of observation. Observation is a superpower. And so today what I want to do is bring these both together. What's multidimensionality and what is observation? And let's kind of see what happens when we play with these. So to put it in context, earlier this week I was introducing some skills and struggles that a highly sensitive teen is having in his house with her in her house with her parents, right? And they got it. They were able to see what shows up and what the interconnections are, because we have some very specific exercises we do to sort of build those skills and to look at where the strengths and challenges are. I also did a podcast with Tara Soto Regester, who does a mother's intuition, and I had a blast on this podcast talking about what really happens when multidimensionality and observation and really sort of fun, unique, quirky behavior starts to show up in your child, and you're the parent watching it, right? Okay. And then to top it all off, yesterday I watched The Incredibles 2, which The Incredibles, I love it. It's a great little cartoon movie, and what I was able to do was put together the surprisingly diverse superhero skills of the baby in Incredibles with the strengths and challenges of multidimensionality, and then put into it the role of the parent or the partner or the boss, whatever context you want to put it in, and watch what happens. What happens when you have an incredible amount of superpowers, some strengths and challenges, and you're trying to work with all of those. So there are all these activities that can kind of seem really random, like hyper-focus and then distraction, which can often look a lot like ADHD. Flexibility in movement when you're in that hyper-focus, to rigidity, which is stop. I don't know what to do and I'm going to freeze right now because I'm overwhelmed. Impulsivity, like the burst out and go, no, I can't do this anymore. Reactivity, sort of, or I need to go do that right now. And connection, which is I know who I am and I can stay here right now and stay calm. And then the other one is ease, where it's really easy to be around this person or in this situation. And then all of a sudden it feels really strong, like there's a lot of conflict. So those are some of the random sort of in and outs that this goes through when we're looking at the concept of multidimensionality and herding cats. It can appear to be all over the place. So what I want to do is just keep bringing your attention to the fact that it can appear that they're all over the place, but that doesn't mean that they are. So for the parent or partner who's linear, stressed, even really quite accomplished at projecting out the next steps in management, sort of the solution parent, hey, when this happens, I know what to do. These diverse energies can be so overwhelming, frustrating, terrifying. What if my kid never makes it through high school? What are they going to do for a living? Are they going to be living in my basement playing video games for the rest of their lives? Or is my wife or my husband ever going to get a job? Fill in the blanks. Watch what happens here. So I like the idea of herding cats because all cats are unique. They're independent. They're quirky. They're often erratic. Their energies are all over the place. And one cat at a time is fine. Two, maybe if you've had them for a while. But 5 or 6 in a room at the same time, you're going all different directions. Cats don't reform. They're not really trainable. It's possible to train them a little bit, but then when they have something that they want to do, they go do it. So there's these random connections between the things that you watch your child doing, the people at your office doing, your partner doing, your cat's doing. And there's pathways between each of them. They're all interconnected, but they are a complex system. So we have to have a tool in order to look at this kind of level of complexity. And so the tool that I'm going to offer for you today is the tool of step back, pause, stop. It sounds like it's a really super simple tool, but you try it and you try using it on a regular basis. So I cook a lot, so I have these really beautiful sharp knives. Those are my tools, right? And when I use these tools, I know which knife I want to use and I know why, right? So the tool is to engage into the observer. Stop, pause, watch, become the observer, start collecting data. What are you seeing? What are you feeling? What are you noticing? How far does this go? What is that? How big is it? How long? What happens when they resettle? So Alan Seal is the transformational presence coach I've worked with for years, and he has an exercise called the 4 levels of engagement. You can find it online. And he talks really about those who have this drama, this situation that comes up, and they're very solution. Put the hammer on it, boom, take care of it, make it go away. And that's management. And management works in linear situations, and it can work when things get kind of complicated and erratic. However, hammers don't work in complex environments. Hammers don't work when things are complex. So you have to step into choice and opportunity, which is I'm going to pause, I'm going to stop, I'm going to watch, and then I'm going to calculate the next step I have to take in order to see what wants to happen. So with multidimensional complex invitations that we get every day with our child or our partner or our company, it's time to pause and make a choice. That's the key tool. So what we know is reactivity doesn't work, strong arming doesn't work, anger doesn't work, and judgment doesn't work. The only thing, the picture fell down. The only thing that works is to slow down and go into observer in slow motion. So that's the tool we want to use. Slow down, stop, pause. Now the skills that we use once we slow down is we have some options of where to go with that tool. Like with that knife, is it peeling a potato? Is it thinly slicing onions? Is it chopping garlic? Is it cutting meat at an angle? We have specific tools that we use for specific projects. And the skill level that we have on those tools is important. So the skills that go with stop, pause, step back, slow motion, is what do you notice? And then go through the 4 elements, go through the really important 4 pieces that I've talked about over and over in the videos, which is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. Physically, what's going on in the environment? What's going on with their body? Check out the senses, sounds, light, taste, texture, what's going on? People, are there different people in the room? Are they reacting to different people? What are the challenges that you're seeing, and what are the sort of ease that you're seeing? Watch the physical, 3rd-dimensional world and let it inform you. Mentally, where is your headspace? Where's theirs? Are you trying to crunch and control? What conclusions, worries, fears, what do other people think? What if someone sees this? What if I don't keep my job? What if my child, the what ifs? And we start playing those in our head. So that's our mental. Emotions. What are the feelings that we're holding? What are we accessing? What's the child partner demonstrating that is there to discover? When you can observe them and you can check in on your feelings and you can let go of being angry that they're doing something and be curious, it's like, this is really interesting. And that's why The Incredibles is a really good movie to watch, is what happens when you step back and you allow the child to inform you who they are. Spiritually, you know, this is that big picture, big concepts, the essence of all of this. What am I being asked to be? What am I being asked to do? What is this want? What wants to happen here? And so when we go to the spiritual, which is the big picture, and we go, there's something more here, and I need to put my finger on it. Then we start looking at patterns and groupings, and that's when we start looking at, what is my gut? What does my intuition say? What am I really noticing? So the skills, what do you need also? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Do you need more time, structure, collaboration? Mentally, do you need more clarity, less static, slower pace? Emotionally, how do you bring humor, compassion, enjoyment, love into it? Spiritually, where's the inner connection and trust and creativity? How do I allow those skills to start coming in? So when we're herding cats, the best tip I can give you is to stop, step back, defocus a little bit. You know, like defocus your eyes, like when you're driving and you can keep track of a lot of things at the same time. Enjoy what they show you and respond when needed and adjust. Sit back and have fun with it. So this is also the leadership tool of our future, is the wisdom to watch what's possible, the timing of when to guide, celebrating the awesome accomplishments and moments that come up when you're present and you're catching them. You're building trust and collaboration and allowing your direction to open to something new. So this is leadership, whether it's in the family, in a partnership, or in a work scenario. So like that little baby Jack in The Incredibles, let yourself be in awe and surprised and look for patterns and trust what happens. This is what I do. So if you would like some more tools and some ways to hone those skills, why don't you give me a call? You can find me on DeniseDrydenCoaching.com. And have a great Sunday. Have a great end of February. And I'll see you in March. Take care. Bye-bye.